Thank you guys very much for joining the session here about mastering the employee workflows for the connected journeys on the ServiceNow platform. Um, Firstly, let me introduce myself. So my name is Wessel van Enk. As you maybe can see in my name and hear in my name, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a tech lead for the ServiceNow platform for KLM, the Dutch airline. But I work with ServiceNow platform for more than a decade. In the last 6 to 7 years, I focused mainly on employee workflows and employee experience. So that includes mostly HR service delivery, Employee Center Pro, but also legal service delivery, for example, is part of it. The last couple of years, I've been a lot more active within the community. I was a rising star in 24, and I've been an MVP in 25, and also this year. So that's a very cool journey to be part of. But let's go into the session today. And why is it so important to have proper employee workflow? So, what is the reality check behind it? Because actually, the employee experience gap is a lot bigger than a lot of companies, but also a lot of people realize. 70% of individuals say that they're not happy at work because of scattered workflows everywhere. People have to go to lots of various places to find their stuff, which is annoying. And compared to that, only 8% of leaders declare that their employees are not happy. So there's quite a gap there. If we look at the overall picture from several surveys, more than half of the people of the surveys plan to leave their companies within the next year. That's a lot. Especially, I think if COVID seems like a very long time ago, which it really isn't. But after that, employee workflows became way more and more important because people work more from home or from other locations, and to do all your stuff and to request all your stuff, but still don't know where to find all your stuff is just annoying. Um, Also, 78% of the people from the survey didn't find their workload flexible enough for a balanced family life. So that's quite important, especially here within the EU. You see that more and more that's more important within companies, but also people take it more seriously. Um, and another thing is 68%, sorry, of people don't know where they are expected to do at work, which is not good. I think a lot of people, hopefully, exactly what you're supposed to do with work. I hope you do. Um, so if we look at the state of the current employee experience with a lot of people, is that there's, like I mentioned, there's a lot of scattered employee experience. There's a maze of disconnected systems. People have to go to for HR to SAP, for example, or to Workday. They have a SharePoint there. They have some Teams chats there. You have to go to help desk to call or to have it on another platform. You have a corporate intranet or the portal where you go. And that's not what people want nowadays. People want to have one place where they can go, where you can find your stuff, where you can find your information, where you can request all the stuff that you need. And it's regardless if it's IT, HR, procurement, finance, you name it. You need to be able to find that in one single place where you can have consolidated task in a single place. You have enterprise services, and you have one connected employee journey. Um, Jerry mentioned we need to move away from forms as well. Yes, ideally you need to. I think a lot of companies are still a state beyond that. A lot of people are still working with emails. I would say let's get rid of that first, and let's make sure that people work on a portal or something like that first to make it more digitalized and make it more efficient. Um, what is the definition of an employee workflow? So what is it? So the complete experience of an employee within an organization, that's what we call an employee workflow. It has the key stages and the touch points within the process as well that shape the entire process from start to finish. Some examples of that, the bigger processes, of course, are onboarding, but also development and growth. If you transfer internally, if you go on parental leave, offboarding, but also return from leave, if that's parental leave at some point you come back to work, but also if you're sick for a longer period of time. There are processes in that, and a lot of departments are involved in that, but it's all scattered around, people sending emails, they don't follow up, it's getting delayed, and the employee is affected by that, because they don't get what they want, and eventually a lot of people are getting frustrated, and that's what we need to support and to make sure that it's going to work better in the future. So if we look at the ServiceNow platform, how they support this is the lifecycle events. So they power really the employee workflows and the employee journeys. They're the building blocks for the process automation. So you can automate repetitive tasks. You can ensure consistency across various departments. So not only HR and IT, who are the most common and biggest departments within most of the processes, but like I mentioned, there are so many different departments that are involved that you might not even are aware of that they are involved. But there are quite some involved in most of the processes. But you also need to improve the employee experience by reducing the friction that I mentioned. So fewer hands off, um, fewer dead ends, and less waiting. So also efficiency and make it better for everybody, so that everybody is happy at the end, or happier at least than what they are today. But also provide that visibility. If we have a process and I submit something, where is it? Where can I track it? Because if I just send an email to HR or to IT, I don't know, if they don't follow up, then who is? I need to have an overview of that process, of the request that I made. Where is it? If it's stuck, who can I follow up with? Where do I send a message to who, or to which department? So you need to think of the employee journey as the story, and the lifecycle events as the chapters that structure and guide it. So, which is actually quite interesting. Well, I'm actually going to show you how it works. Let me actually share my screen, and let's go to this part. All right. You should be able to see the new hire onboarding request now. What you see on the, let's see, bring the screen. So what I've did here, I just filled in some information of a new employee that's coming on board, because onboarding is, of course, one of the biggest processes that we have. So it's starting the 1st of August, full-time employee, office-based. I will be the manager in this example. It's a new developer, which they will work within IT. I can also mention if they need relocation assistance for somebody who's moving abroad, or within states, for example. If I, as a manager or someone within HR, if I submit this case, then it's just going to take a little bit, because the entire flow that's behind the new hire onboarding, which is the lifecycle event, is currently being triggered by the submission of this form, and it will trigger the entire process. It will see which task can we already start and which needs to wait a little bit. So you can see here quite some messages, so I will clear these. And this page actually gives you that overview that a lot of people are missing today. So this is the process, and from start to finish, throughout the entire process, I can track what's going on with this specific onboarding journey, in this sense, for this specific person. So you see the task automatically being triggered. It's our new hire documentation. They need to sign a few agreements. HR needs to request a background check and a drug screen in this sample. But there are some cases for IT, for HR, for the manager, also for the new employee. So there's already a set of various tasks throughout this entire process that are automatically being triggered, and you can look ahead what is expected, what is going to happen within this process. And you can specify that. Hey, is it assigned to anyone? Is it only HR? Is it going to the manager? Is it going to the new employee? You see the stage on the left side. I can have an activity, so you can see the activities, all the attachments here. I can even add a mentor. So if I would say here, okay, Jana is going to be the mentor, you can also assign tasks to them. But also within the employee journey, I can edit it, I can delete task, I can add task, all those kind of things. So it's quite flexible, but this gives you the overview of the process that people need. And that's what I see with a lot of companies that is missing. I see that, um, especially within the implementations that I've done over the last couple of years, that it's very complicated, and that's something that I really want to give here as well. So employee workflows is not an easy thing. It's not very straightforward as most IT processes, like you just request a laptop and a phone and that's it. Employee workflows, and that's also what I have in the slide for the key takeaways. Um, I'm just going to start with number 3 because that's already something I'm talking about. Talk with your business, because what is important, who knows the process best? It's your business. It's not management. It's not the people that sitting higher up in the thing that, oh yeah, the process goes, I think, like this. Just implement it like that and we'll see how it goes. No, talk with your business. They actually fulfill the process, so they know how it works. The people that actually fulfill the process, talk with them, sit with them around the table, and ask them, hey, how does this work for you? What do we need to do to make it work for you and to make it easier for you? But also take into account, for example, legal requirements. I've done an implementation for employee workflows for a global company that had a employee workflow they want to globalize, which is fine, which is good. But they have to consider all the legal legislations within each country. So you can have a global process that still legally, in various countries, you need to be able to support or do certain tasks. And if I look, for example, within my current company, they also have CLAs, and they have 3 different CLAs. So I need to include all the differences within each CLA within this process automation, which sometimes can make it very difficult. But like I mentioned, talk with your business. Just don't build on what you assume you know, but talk with your apartments to confirm that and ask what they actually want in this process. um, Start simple with that. You don't need to have a full, complete, ideal scenario to begin with. Just optimize as you go. Start with something, gather the feedback, and just optimize throughout the process. But I would say for that, stay out of the box, because ServiceNow really, really offers a lot of valuable technical expertise behind it you can use that a lot of people don't even know about. So investigate what the platform offers. Stay out of the box, and use the platform's own strengths first, because before you're going to customize. Also, something I've heard a couple of weeks ago, which I really found very interesting. It's not just the technical part that makes employee workflow strong, but it's really the people behind it. Um, if you are set to make this a success and you follow these steps, you will definitely make sure that it's a success, because you really can make employee workflows better for your company, with the platform and with the process automation. But really listen to the people that actually work with these processes and actually need to do the work. I see a question here from Stephen. What's the most valuable form of feedback from existing catalog items? Uh, um, well, chats with stakeholders, chats with requesters. Yeah, you can. I think the biggest part is the communication. Yes, so the open communication. You can track what is throughout the entire process, and the manager can talk with the new hire. The new hire can talk with their mentor, and vice versa. They can interact with the departments. So yes, the chat is definitely important. I think the surveys in between the process that you see on different stages, you can set up surveys. That's valuable for the company, and also for the team behind it that builds the process, to gather the feedback to improve the process along the way, as long as you build it. Um, So I think that's in my experience the best valuable feedback indeed, like you mentioned, Stephen. Yeah. Um, yeah. So we're already running out of time. So thank you very much for the time and being here today. Let's keep this conversation going. If you're interested in more, reach out to me on LinkedIn or here in a networking session. I'm happy to talk about it more. So thanks again and enjoy the rest of the conference.